Hello everyone, welcome back. Now we are in session 3, and in this session we will take our To-Do CLI app to the next level. We are going to implement add command that will insert a to-do item. So to build this we are going to perform these tasks. The first task is to create a function to add a new to-do item. This involves writing a Python function that takes the details of a new to-do item, such as the task description, and processes it to be added to the list. This function will handle the logic for creating and formatting the new to-do item. The second task is to store to-do items in a JSON file. This involves setting up a mechanism to save the to-do items persistently. Using a JSON file is a straightforward way to store the to-do items, as it allows for easy reading and writing of structured data. The function created in the first task will need to interact with this JSON file to add new items. The third and final task is to update the CLI to include the add command. This involves modifying the CLI setup, likely in the todo.py file, to recognize and handle the add command. This means defining a new command and click that triggers the function created in the first task, allowing users to add new to-do items via the command line. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code to implement all these using our programming partner Github Copilot. So guys, we are into the Visual Studio Code and we are going to implement the add command. And we are going to perform these 3 tasks. So let's select these 3 tasks and call my programming partner Github Copilot and ask to help me with the steps to implement these tasks. And this time I am exclusively telling Copilot to give me the separate file for add command. This is because it is very easy to maintain my project. So guys, you should also follow the same approach for any project you do. And you will notice that it has started giving the instruction how to implement it. So let's look into the instruction. You see here it told you should create folder called commands, and within it you should add a file called add.py and then insert the below code. It has also given the instruction to update the todo.py file. In the step 2 it has given the code to update the todo.py file. In step 3, it is giving the instruction to create todos.json file. This I don't like, as I want to maintain separation of concern principle for this project. If you don't know the separation of concern principle, then you can check my design pattern playlist in my YouTube channel. So I rewrite the prompt with special instruction to provide me the instruction with data folder. And you will notice that it have given me all the previous instruction again with the modification which I requested. Here it is telling to keep you add.py file inside command folder with to-do app folder. Let's go to last and check the instruction how to set up data folder. And see, it has given the instruction how to set JSON for persistence in data folder. So let's proceed and execute the steps. So to do that, first create a folder called commands and then insert add.py file. After that we insert this code. Let's insert this code right now, then later I will explain the code. So first create a folder called commands, then add the py file. Now let's insert this code. Next, to make this code working, we need to update the todo.py to incorporate the changes. So let me open the todo.py file and replace the code with this code. Let's delete this existing code and insert this latest code. Now let's proceed further to step 3. Create a folder called data, and within that we will add todos.json file. So to do that, I will go inside the to-do app folder and then rerun the given mkdir command by choosing insert into the terminal command from Github Copilot to create a folder. Next, create a JSON file with empty array, and to create an empty file we will run this echo command. This file we are creating because we are going to store our to-do item into this JSON file. We are done with all our implementation for this session. Now let's validate the implementation, whether it has created the correct logic for our app or not. So to do that, I will ask my programming partner how to use the add command and also told to give me an example. And it has given me the command to execute. This command will validate our add logic. So let me insert this command into the terminal and run it. If everything correct, then you will find an entry inside todo.json file. So guys, so far we going good. Now let me walk you through the code of add.py file. The script begins by importing necessary modules. Click for the CLI, JSON for handling JSON data, and OS for interacting with the file system. It defines a constant todo_ file which specifies the path to the JSON file where the to-do items are stored. The load_todos function checks if the todo_ file exists. If it does, the function opens the file in read mode, loads the JSON data, and returns it as a list. If the file does not exist, it returns an empty list, indicating that there are no to-do items yet. The save_todos function takes a list of to-do items as an argument. It ensures that the directory for the todo_ file exists, creating it if necessary. Then, it opens the file in write mode and writes the list of to-do items to the file in JSON format with an indentation of 4 spaces for readability. The add function is decorated with a click.command and a click.argument, task, making it a CLI command that accepts a single argument, task. This function loads the current list of to-do items using load_todos, appends a new dictionary representing the task, with the task description and a done status set to false, and then saves the updated list back to the file using save_todos. Finally, it prints a confirmation message to the user indicating that the task has been added. Overall, this script provides a straightforward way to add tasks to a to-do list via the command line, with tasks being stored persistently in a JSON file. Now let's go to the todo.py file and discuss about the code. The script begins by importing the necessary modules, click and a custom add command from the commands.add module. The addClick.group decorator is used to define a CLI function, which serves as the main entry point for the CLI application. This function is decorated to indicate that it will group multiple subcommands together. The CLI.add_command, add, line registers the add command with the main CLI group, allowing users to invoke the add command as part of the CLI application. Next, the script defines a help command using the @CLI.command decorator. This command, when invoked, will display the help message for the CLI application. The help function uses click.echo to print the help message, which is retrieved using CLI.get_help, click, context, CLI. Finally, the script includes a conditional statement if main, to ensure that the CLI function is called only when the script is executed directly. This line allows the script to be imported as a module without automatically running the CLI application. So guys, we are done with session 3 implementation. In the next session, we will take this CLI app into the next level by implementing the list command. The primary goal is to enable the functionality for displaying the list of tasks. So on this note, I am stopping over here. See you in the next session.